What's up, guys? My name is Christian.
Carlos.
Josh.
This is TRTboxing.
All right, today we're going to talk about, do a little a welterweight boxing recap on 2009, and they're looking to the future because there was a lot of big changes in the division. New guys joined, guys came back, guys left, big fighters got taken out. Just a lot of big changes. Are there any things you want to talk about right now? Any points you want to bring up?
Well, nothing special, but I did hear about Saul Alvarez as a new guy. He's a 19-year-old from Mexico. He's undefeated with about 30 fights, 30 wins. Heard talks about, Christian told me about him and Mayweather could possibly make a fight in, who knows, this maybe probably at the end of the year, because Mayweather never fights 3 times a year.
But that's supposed to lead to one of the biggest points we should talk about, which is Mayweather Pacquiao not happening.
Let's talk about our thoughts on that. Our thoughts on that is Mayweather wanted the blood tests, which everybody knows, and Pacquiao didn't want to do it. He said he was afraid of needles, and then he said he didn't want to give blood because he was superstitious of a weakening before the fight, which that could be true, but in my opinion, taking a little bit of blood, because they don't need it, it's not like you're giving blood, they don't take a fucking pint out of you. they take just a small amount so they can test it. That amount is not going to weaken you. Now, you could be superstitious about that, which I understand, but I would think your reputation is a little more important than that, especially when you throw in, $30 to $40 million.
Yeah, and we didn't make a video. We talked about it and all. We didn't want to make a video about this, I'm guessing, before, just because there's so many things happening, and then there's so much fighting going on between all the fans. The Pacquiao fans, it doesn't matter what you say, they're gonna back up Pacquiao 100%. So you can never say, you can't go in there and say, damn, Pacquiao's definitely looking a little suspicious, not wanting to take any of these blood tests and those random excuses. And then they'll come up with some random stuff. And then, okay, but you can't also give all the crap throw all the crap on Pacquiao, because everyone knows Mayweather. It's another one that has always caused problems. And I even said after the Cotto fight that I didn't think Mayweather was going to want to take the fight. So he will bring different excuses into there. I think it was a great strategy bringing the roid excuse, because really, if you actually look around and you read around, the only people that say that it's Pacquiao's fault, that is Mayweather's fault for the fight not happening, is all the Pacquiao fans, because everyone else is like, what the heck, this is looking way so suspicious for Pacquiao, and I mean, it's just a blood test. Just do the blood test, and that's all Mayweather asked for. Mayweather agreed to I don't know how much money for coming there over 147. He agreed to a bunch of other crap, and the only thing Mayweather asked for was the random blood test, and then Pacquiao's not taking it. So if you look at it that way, I mean, it's 50-50. So it's a good strategy on Mayweather's side for if he doesn't want to take the fight for doing that. But then it definitely, if you got nothing to hide, just go do it. And right now, I know there was somewhere it said, okay, no surprise that Pacquiao came out clean. Yeah, but it was another urine test, and everyone's like, and then you have all the Pacquiao fans like smashing on you, telling you on the guys that are saying that Pacquiao is clean or that Pacquiao's dirty. They're smashing on them, saying, you see, Pacquiao's clean. Yeah, but that doesn't prove anything. That's not a random blood test. That's not none of that. So, I mean, that's my thought on it. I think it's 50-50 still, but Pacquiao's definitely looking suspicious when it comes to that, and I mean, like we were saying, like if that's actually true, we really feel sorry for Cotto, because he just got beat by 2 cheaters. And you can say whatever you want, but I know there's plenty of people there that do that. For Pacquiao not taking this blood test, it's pretty much proving to a bunch of people that Pacquiao is something weird.
And before this, when Senior and all the other people brought it up, we just thought it was stupid. It was dumb. Mayweather Senior saying it just to get in Pacquiao's head. He's saying it just to make it another excuse for Mayweather not to fight him. But when they asked for the test and he actually said no, that's way too stupid. I mean, that much money, that big of a fight, and now it could just be another excuse for Mayweather that he knew Pacquiao wouldn't do, so he won't take the fight. That's possible, but it's too easy to just take a blood test and be done with it and take the fight. So it definitely raises too many questions. But like Christian said, it goes on to Cotto, which he would have lost to 2 cheaters, but now he's going on to fight Foreman, possibly in June. That's the big talk right now. And Personally, it's a good fight. I didn't want him to come back on an easy fight because he already said he's going to be done by the end of this year, or 2010 will be his last year. So.
Well, that's another good topic. You see, Cotto. Go ahead, Carlos.
No, that is no easy fight if that's what you said.
No, it's not an easy fight. It's a good fight.
Yeah.
He didn't want to take an easy fight. It's a good fight because he's moving up in weight. He's fighting a good boxer. He's a lot taller than him, and Foreman's very skilled. He showed in his last fight against Santos, but he still hasn't proven himself against somebody amazing. Santos was coming off huge layoffs like year after year, and he looked fat.
Well, Cotto's not going to look like Santos, but that's another good bringing up another thing. That's Cotto. Well, now for Cotto, his father just died, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff on Cotto's head. So I respect him for even coming out now and saying he just want to take the Foreman fight, considering that is not an easy fight. He could have gotten a lot. I mean, he could have taken another Jennings to come back up and then go for it. But instead, he's wanted to go up and wait and take Foreman. It's going to be very exciting to see, since I mean, it's just Cotto going up and waiting. It's just different. But another good thing is that it's another chance at a title at a different weight class, and it's I mean, he got out of a big loss, and then all of a sudden he gets a chance for a title. That's big.
And to go back, Pacquiao's now signed with Clottey to fight him, and that's another good fight. That's a good fight with the division. Clottey's a good fighter who always, he's getting good fights now, so he always brings his A game. He always puts a good test to whoever he fights, and Pacquiao's taking another challenge, which that's a big thing, because then Mayweather's rumored opponents are Nate Campbell, Timothy Bradley, Paulie Malignaggi, Kermit Cintron, and now Saul Alvarez.
And well, I mean, I like the idea of Clottey. I like the idea of Pacquiao not taking an easy fight instead of the Mayweather. It's still not what the fans want. What I don't like is that everything was a big talk for Mayweather Pacquiao to be on the Cowboy Stadium here in Dallas, or in Texas, in Dallas, and then but it kind of bothers me that they're doing the Pacquiao Clottey fight at the Cowboy Stadium, at a place where a huge fight should have happened instead of the Pacquiao-Clottey fight. It's just not that big. And I already hear everywhere... Oh, sorry.
It's a stadium that sees 100,000 people.
Exactly. And I already hear everywhere that people are so mad at Pacquiao-Mayweather not happening that they're not going to watch this fight. So they're going to make this fight in a huge stadium where the biggest fight of the past 10 years should have happened. And instead, it's going to be Clottey-Pacquiao, which is... I'm not saying anything. It's a good fight. Still no one has really beat Clottey...
Amazing.
Clearly beat Clottey. Yes, I mean not Cotto, not Margarito. It's because he messed up his hand and all this stuff. No one has really clearly beat Clottey. So I mean, it's a big fight, but it kind of bothers me that this is the Cowboy Stadium, because I don't think it deserves to be in a place where a huge fight should have happened.